We're here to promote the Degrassi extra credit graphic novels with Shenae Grimes and Mike Lobel, two of the actors from the show. And I'm the writer of the graphic novel, so we just came out to meet the fans and promote the books and that sort of thing.
Well, today we signed some of the new Degrassi comics, which are entitled Extra Credit, for the fans in the Chicago area.
This is my first time. We just got in this morning, so unfortunately we haven't gotten to see a lot of the city, but I've heard amazing things, so hopefully tonight I'll get out and see it before we leave tomorrow morning.
It all started with a company called Madison Press, which is a book packager based in Toronto, and the art director, Jennifer Lum, came up with the idea for doing graphic novels for the book. For the TV show. They had done a book called Degrassi Generations prior to the graphic novels, and she just came up with the idea to do like a comic book version. And she knew my work from other other books, other titles, and gave me a call and asked me if I was interested, and I said yes.
Well, there are 2 new books out about Degrassi High School, and they're actually graphic novels. So they took the characters and some of the situations, and they put them into this graphic novel form, manga, and so it kind of tells some of their stories.
We hope to make it as new reader-friendly as possible. So at the very beginning of the book, there's a section called Previously, where we sort of summarize the most important plot points for the characters featured in that graphic novel. Of course, if you are a Degrassi fan, you'll get more out of it. There's a lot of sort of references and continuity sort of elements, and there's even some Easter eggs, if you want to call them that, in the book that are there for the fans. But we've actually heard from a few people, including readers who've read my other work, pick it up and say that they actually got into it, even though they're not necessarily Degrassi fans.
I read the first issue, and I gotta say, it was pretty captivating. It's very interesting. The dialogue's fantastic. The art is really cool. As you know, every comic has sort of a different artist, and they have a different take on the way the characters look and stuff like that. So that's really interesting to see their interpretations.
This was like my second signing experience ever, so it is still so bizarre. I was talking to one of my friends before I left, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to Chicago for a signing. And it becomes kind of like blasé after a while, and then they reminded me, like, do you know how many people are going to be there to ask you to write your name? Like, they don't even know you. I was like, yeah, that is so weird. It's crazy. It's the best feeling in the world.
Nothing really out of the ordinary. We've seen it all, but just some of the enthusiasm of some of the kids it just energizes you, and it's always really fun to just share in that, and it makes you feel great.
How hasn't Degrassi changed my life? Before Degrassi, I was going to school from 9 to 3 every day, and I was just a regular student, and I now go to a different school where the hours are more flexible. I have a taste of what having an actual career is. I think it's just made me more open in general. I mean, I now have friends of all ages, and it's just a whole different world once you enter the workplace, especially at such a young age. It's definitely been a great experience and a great thing for me in my life.
I believe that, I think as an actor, you have to bring, obviously, some of your own life experiences into any character that you play. It took me a little while to find, because I'm not really like my character. I don't behave like that. I'm not a bad guy. But as to the reasons why Jay does what he does, I think that on a deeper level, I can actually identify with some of those reasons. So yeah, there is a bit of me in Jay.
Very little, really. She's very unlike myself, which is a challenge, which is what I love about doing this. You get to play people who are so not like you, and you really have to, think hard about how they would react in certain situations, because it's not you. You're playing somebody different. So with Darcy, we don't share very much in common, but she's a really cool girl. So I fought hard to kind of give her own personality, very apart from my own.
I'm a huge fan of the show. I grew up in Canada, so I've been watching it, as long as it's been on. And if you asked me 20 years ago or whatever, if I see myself in this position, I probably would have told you no, because it's just so far-fetched to me that we'd be doing these graphic novels for this TV show. I mean, most of the comic book work I've done has been superhero-related or action adventure type stuff. So doing this kind of adaptation was something really exciting and really different for me.
Listening to Mike talk to all the fans and the things he had to say and singing their names was pretty amusing. Yeah.
Just the feedback we've been getting from all the fans is tremendous. It humbles you and it makes you feel amazing, and I guess you feel like, you know, you're on track, you've got something, you're doing the right thing, and people are liking it, and that's really important. MySpace.com/Mike Lobel.
You are officially done.
Thank you.